Hey, are you struggling with habits? If so, then you might want to use this trick to stay on tack. Oh my goodness. Hey, are you struggling with habits? If so, then you might want to consider using this trick to stay on track. Hey, my name is Brandon, and yesterday we talked a little bit about implementation intention and how we can use that to help get started on habits. But today I want to talk to you about the glue that really holds it together. Commitment devices. Commitment devices is a really big word, but I'm going to give you a really good metaphor to help you be able to understand what it means. So, a commitment device is essentially like training wheels to our mind until the basal ganglia is able to take over and function unconsciously on that habit so that it becomes a repetitive thing that we can do over and over again without thinking about it. I liken in my, and this is kind of how I think of it in my own head, the basal ganglia, I call it the bathroom ganglia, because the basal ganglia is the part of our brain that basically gets us to the bathroom in the middle of the night whenever it's dark and we're groggy and dreary and we don't have any idea where we're going. The basal ganglia is going to get you out of your bed and over to the toilet. Okay, so the bathroom ganglia, but our problem is we're trying to make habits and break habits until we can get to that point where that unconscious part of our memory, we've done it enough times that it just becomes automatic. We need these commitment devices to help get us through. So I'm going through Mark Batterson's book, Do It for a Day for 30 Days, how to make or break any habit in 30 days. And he has a fantastic example right out of the gate about a commitment device. And you're going to want to listen to this story because it really drives the point home. So back in, I guess it was the 9th century, outside of Kyoto, Japan, there was a monastery. And in order for the monks to go into their training and be able to get to the monastery, they had to do some crazy feats. So what they needed to do was they needed to circle them. So the monastery was like on top of a mountain, and I guess it was a pretty big mountain because they needed to run around the base of the mountain. Now, we all know that a marathon's a long time. Probably most of us can't run a marathon right now, if I had to guess. But what they had to do was not run one marathon around the base of the mountain. They had to run 100 days in a row, a marathon around the base of the mountain. And you might be thinking, wow, that is absolutely crazy. I don't know anybody who could do 100 marathons in 100 days. It gets even worse. Worse in the sense for me, that all sounds like pain. But after the 100th day, on the 101st day, the monks would have a choice. They could either continue on with this training program, or actually it's not even a training program, they could continue on, and if they chose to go on, they had to circle the base of the mountain 1,000 times. Can you imagine? It's like 3 years or something like that, running a marathon a day for 1,000 days. But here's the catch, and this was the commitment device. And a commitment device essentially can be like a fine or something that you put in place to help make sure that your habit sticks. In this case, their habit they were doing was running a marathon every day. And the commitment device, it doesn't get much harder than this, was death. You either finish the 1,000 days of marathons or you die trying. And I don't think it's probably able to get any more clear cut than that. I would like to encourage you to maybe make your commitment devices be a little bit easier. He's talked in the past about Gary Posh, I think was the guy's name. He was actually a professor at CMU, or Randy Posh, and he had utilized Girl Scout cookies and basically encouraging people to turn in like research papers or something like that. And upon completion of the research paper, they could consume the Girl Scout cookies. And another one could be potentially a fine. Like if you want to make like, some kind of gentleman's agreement with one of your best friends to help hold you accountable, you can do that as well. But basically it's like, hey, if I don't do X, then I'm going to pay you $100 next week. Or if you really want to take it to another deeper level, is if there's somebody that maybe you're not too keen on, or maybe some type of an organization, or maybe you have a political alignment and you want to say, you know what, if I don't do X, then I'm going to send $100 over to the other political party. Stuff like that helps to make a commitment stick. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you also have any comments or questions, or is there a commitment device that you have found that has worked really well for you and any habits that you're working through, I would love to hear about it. Leave me a comment below and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care and make it a great day.